Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to share my best tips on how to stay chic while you're pregnant and not compromise all too much with your personal style. I also started a thread over on my Instagram recently where I just ask you guys if there's anything style-wise that you've found specifically challenging after getting pregnant, and you guys shared a lot of great questions and challenges with me, so I've sort of tried to gather the most common of those up, and I'll see if I can answer most of those in today's video. I'm hoping that if this video is not relevant for you right now because you're not pregnant, if you have experienced weight fluctuations or just body changes that will sometimes challenge the way you dress, that this video can definitely be helpful to you. First up, I really wanted to mention that it of course all depends on personal style. I've been sort of lucky, I guess, that my style is already rather casual. Way before I got pregnant, I've always loved to size up in things such as t-shirts and jackets, so I've actually been able to fit most of my clothing throughout my pregnancy. So having a rather casual style beforehand has definitely turned out to be very convenient for me personally. But again, this is very personal, it's very individual. You might not have a job where you can dress very casually and you have a totally different style. So again, I guess I have been lucky because many of the materials that I choose are already very stretchy and they sort of adjust to my body. But I will say though that in general, if you have experienced body changes or if you experience weight fluctuations from time to time, going for more flexible materials like this jersey t-shirt that I'm wearing today, or choosing items that have adjustable straps or somehow can adjust to your body is definitely something you can do, and it will also come in handy if you become pregnant. In most cases, I think that you don't have to go out and buy a lot of new maternity wear and buy a whole new wardrobe if you find out that you're pregnant. I would definitely say wait and see how your body evolves to all of these changes, how much weight you might gain, and yeah, just how much your body evolves, and then make your choices based upon that instead of doing it beforehand. I know that sometimes you can sort of get carried away because you're just so excited, but definitely just wait and see how your own body reacts to the pregnancy and then take it from there. So there are definitely some places that I've had to compromise, with things such as comfort, because, that growing belly definitely gets uncomfortable at some point throughout the pregnancy and you will have to compromise ever so slightly here and there. So it's about finding, the core of those compromises and sort of figuring out how you can compromise while you're still feeling like yourself. And like you're still feeling chic. At least that's been very important to me. Of course, there's some days where I'm just lounging around in my sweats like we all do from time to time, pregnant or not, and we should definitely all be able to do that, but it just gives me so much energy, and it's just such a mood booster for me being able to dress in something nice and something I just feel super stylish and super comfortable in. So I just mentioned I've only bought a few things that are within the maternity wear category. So I've bought a couple of jeans, and most of the jeans that I've bought are bought pre-loved, and I bought them on a Danish secondhand shop called Trend Sales, which is an online shop and an app. Another place, if you're living in Denmark, that I can highly recommend is something called Reshopper. I've bought pretty much everything for the baby on Reshopper. If you don't live in Denmark, I would highly recommend you to check out Depop, Poshmark, or Vestiaire Collective for maternity wear. And also just because it's something you use in such a limited time, I feel like there's so much clothing out there already, both when it comes to maternity wear and baby clothing. You only use it for a very short amount of time, and it's often as new when you purchase it, even pre-loved. So definitely go for pre-loved options wherever you can in this whole thing. That's definitely a great way to be more sustainable and to save a lot of money as well. So those were just some general thoughts on maternity style, maternity wear, and how to be more sustainable in the process of building a little maternity capsule wardrobe for yourself, or just adding on a few pieces that will evolve as your body evolves throughout the pregnancy. So let's have a look at some of the challenges that you guys have been experiencing and some of the questions that I got from you over on my Instagram. So the first challenge is what to do when you find yourself in the very beginning of pregnancy, where your belly is just starting to grow and there's a lot of your jeans that, they start to not really fit you, at least they don't fit very comfortably anymore, but maternity jeans and pants might still be too big for you. And I feel like there are a lot of great videos here on YouTube with a lot of like pregnancy style hacks like that. But I'll just mention some of the things that I have been using myself, especially in the beginning of pregnancy. I'm sure you guys know many of these tips already, but the first tip is obviously to put on an elastic band in your jeans. So you just put it onto the button of your jeans and then apply it on the other side, and then it can sort of like stretch and adjust a bit more to your belly as you go along. Another thing that's been a great success for me and something that actually still works for me was to make my own maternity jeans. So I just simply took a pair of old stretchy black jeans that I already had in my storage, cut out the pockets, and then applied an elastic band instead, so that the whole part in the top of the jeans were kind of able to adjust to my body. I still wear and use those jeans, and I will say that on some days they're actually even more comfortable than the actual maternity jeans that I've bought pre-loved. Especially now that it's been so hot, I feel like that extra piece of fabric just adds on to the heat. So these black jeans have definitely been a huge savior for me, and like I said, I'm still able to fit them and they are so comfortable. So that's definitely something that worked out really well for me, and something that you will be able to wear pretty much from the beginning when your belly starts to grow slowly, and then maybe you'll be able to wear them all throughout your pregnancy like I have. So definitely give that a go as well. Something else you could try is to go for a pair of leggings. I know that leggings are definitely something that parts people. Like, some people don't think that you can wear leggings as actual pants, whereas other people are huge fans of wearing leggings as pants. I'll see if I can gather up some inspiration and show you just how stylish leggings can actually look. I did buy a pair of leggings myself in the beginning of my pregnancy, mostly to wear during the nighttime pretty much, or just again around the house. And they are from a sustainable brand called Boop. I've mentioned this brand before. It's a Swedish brand that makes like sustainable nursing tops and nursing bras, different sorts of loungy maternity wear basically. They're made in tencel, which is a really breathable, very stretchy, very comfortable kind of fabric, especially when it's hot outside as well. So they have been a huge lifesaver for me, and I guess that if you don't really like wearing jeans, they would be a great alternative, and then you can sort of style them up and make them look a bit more chic, so that it doesn't get too loungy and too casual. So something a lot of you guys wrote to me is a huge challenge for many of you is, you know, nursing wear and like breastfeeding friendly clothing. Since I'm expecting my first baby, I don't really have any experience whatsoever in this field. I just know how I'm gonna approach it myself once the baby gets here. So I'm kind of trying to follow my own intuition, and I've also gotten some advice that I think makes sense for me in my lifestyle and makes sense for me in the style that I have. So again, always follow your own intuition. I'm sure you guys know a lot more than you think you know already. So definitely, in general, take the advice that makes sense to you, but follow your own intuition as well. So something that I've invested in is these really nice nursing tops. I mentioned one of these nursing tops in my recent autumn capsule video as well. The cool thing about these tops, which are also from Boop, by the way, I just love everything that brand has to offer, is that it will be able to cover pretty much your whole entire upper body while you're breastfeeding. So you wear it underneath a t-shirt like I'm wearing today, a jumper, a shirt. You can basically wear it underneath any top. And then when you lift up your top to breastfeed, your entire belly is still covered in fabric. So I find that to be super practical. Again, I know that I don't have a lot of experience in this field, but I definitely feel like that would be something that would work for me and my wardrobe, and it would allow me to wear, again, pretty much everything I already have in my wardrobe. I wouldn't have to go out and buy a lot of like nursing friendly blouses or dresses or anything like that. So that's definitely something I'm gonna try to pursue when I start breastfeeding, and that maybe it's something you guys could try out as well. Another thing regarding breastfeeding and in general, I think when you have small kids, because I've been told that mom life involves a lot of stains, and I think that a lot of my like white tops and white jeans, I'll definitely have to reconsider when I wear those kinds of items. So I will definitely be going more for darker colors, and I will go for like the materials and the sort of items I have in my wardrobe that are made in materials that are a little bit more practical and that you can wash a little bit more often. So I'll stay away from something like delicate silks and stuff like that unless I have a special occasion or something to go to. But like in general, I want to sort of combine these practical elements while still feeling like I'm myself and while still feeling chic, basically. So something else that's been a huge challenge for me, and something that I know has been a huge challenge for you guys as well, is to find great maternity jeans. And like I said before, I bought the few maternity jeans that I have in my own wardrobe pre-loved. So they come in this really stretchy, very thin material, and I think when I'm done being pregnant, I'm not really sure how good shape they will be in anymore, because just after a few times of washing and wearing, they just don't really look that great anymore. And I have not been able to find a single pair of maternity jeans made in GOTS certified organic cotton. So that's definitely one thing. And then another thing again is that I haven't been able to find jeans that came in anything else than those really skinny fits, which is typically not what I go for. So I did actually purchase one pair of maternity jeans from a conventional brand throughout my pregnancy in this light wash, like light blue wash, and with a straight leg, and I've been really happy about those jeans. And I will say that at least they came in that sort of like thick denim quality, so I will definitely be able to either save them or pass them on to someone else, and then hopefully they will be able to have a second life. And I will say in general, speaking of weight fluctuations, or if you're plus size or anything like that, it can be so hard to find your body represented within the sustainable fashion range out there. So my best tip here is to do your best. Don't be too hard on yourself. Definitely something you can always do is try to limit the amount of new clothing that you're buying, and like do all the other things, like do your best to buy pre-loved, but sometimes it's just not possible. Something else you guys have been asking me about is what to do when the shoes no longer fit. I have been lucky, I guess, because I haven't experienced any swollen feet or any swollen hands or anything like that. So I've been able to fit all of my sneakers and like my sandals throughout summer, and all of my boots now that it's autumn, all throughout my pregnancy. And I know that that's definitely not the case for everyone. Some people do experience swollen feet throughout their pregnancy, so this is definitely a real problem for some people. So one thing that has been a lifesaver for me now that it's getting harder to bend over my belly, because I'm only a month away from my due date and I'm getting pretty big, is to use a shoehorn. So I will be able to sit down and then just put the shoehorn down into my shoes and pop them right on. So I know it's a no-brainer, it's such a simple trick, but it works. Something else you can do is to make sure that you tie your sneakers or whatever a bit looser than you normally would, so that you'll be able to just slide right down into your shoes. So because I haven't experienced actually having swollen feet myself, feel free to write any of your best tips in the comment section down below. I'm sure many of people would really appreciate it. Something that people told me beforehand, if I were to get swollen feet, was to wear sandals, pretty much like sliders. I know it definitely depends on the season, and you know, if it's winter, you don't really want to wear a pair of sandals. So I guess that can get kind of tricky. And really, I think the only thing I can say to comfort you is that the pregnancy is only temporary, and at some point you will probably be able to fit most of your shoes again. So hang in there. I know that you'll be able to go through it. But yeah, I bought a pair of Birkenstocks by the start of the summer season, and I will say that even though my feet didn't get swollen, they were definitely comfortable and nice to walk around in and easy to slide right in and out of. Something to consider if you've never tried Birkenstocks before is that you can actually get them in a narrow version and in a wide version. So if your feet get really swollen, maybe you should try going for the wider version, just to make sure that you will actually be able to fit them. I'm already not very good with anything above 25 degrees, and I know that a lot of you are gonna laugh at me now because you live in climates where it gets even hotter. So something that has been a huge savior for me this summer, I think I mentioned these in my summer essentials video as well, is a pair of biker shorts in Tencel. So because of my changing body, my thighs have actually been sticking a bit more this summer, which has been just like really uncomfortable, especially when wearing dresses. So I've actually been wearing these biker shorts underneath all of my dresses throughout the summer pretty much. Then in general, and speaking of materials, again, they were made in Tencel, and Tencel is an amazing fabric. I know I've already said this once throughout the video, but it's just such a lovely, you know, especially if you get Tencel jersey, it's just so stretchy, and it sort of like adjusts to your body. It's very thin, very breathable. I mentioned a pair of shorts as well that I included in a campaign that I did with Organic Basics recently. They have been a lifesaver as well. So last but not least, I just quickly wanted to mention something else you guys have been asking me about a lot, which is prenatal workouts and what I've kind of done to stay in shape throughout my pregnancy. I have written a post over on my Instagram recently where I sort of gather up all of the prenatal workouts that I've been following. A lot of them are here on YouTube, and just some other things and thoughts about staying in shape both physically and mentally throughout my pregnancy. So I will link that Instagram post down below so you can go have a look at that and sort of dive into what I've been doing to try and stay in shape and try to keep myself healthy throughout the pregnancy. I've mentioned Amy from Body Fit by Amy many times here on my channel. I've been following her for years and I still follow her. And I will say that she has a great playlist of prenatal workouts that are safe for you, safe for your baby. So definitely go check that out if you need some inspiration. I'm definitely gonna have a look at her channel when I'm gonna do my postnatal workouts as well, when my body is ready for that after my pregnancy. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you found it helpful. If you have any more tips you'd like to share with me and the rest of my community, make sure to leave a comment down below. And as always, remember to be nice. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye guys.